Hi, my name is Karen Coy-Marin, and I'm a student in the HSCO 508 Master's course at Liberty University. My presentation is an interpersonal communication project, and the main points that I will be covering are the overarching goal that anchors my communication plan, my behavioral blend and background as revealed by my Uniquely You profile, communication barriers that hinders and negatively impact my communication, strategies and resources that I believe will help me overcome these barriers, and finally, an action plan on how to implement these resources and strategies. The first point in this presentation is my overarching life goal, which is to become an effective marriage and family counselor by helping individuals overcome challenges, connect on a deeper level, and enhance personal relationships through successful communication balances. The importance of my goal are to foster healthy communication and relationships in marriages and families, and to encourage change within individuals, families, and ultimately the nation. Stewart defines interpersonal communication as a type or kind of communication that takes place when communicators talk and listen in a manner that maximizes the presence of the personal. As we all know, communication can be difficult, especially in marriages and families, because of the close connection. So, the role of interpersonal communication within my goal, based on what I learned from Stewart, is to encourage communicators to talk and listen effectively. How? Through sharing personal insights, unique experiences, and personal point of view, expressions of feelings, and sharing accurate reflections, which will enrich the influence of human contact. I will now share my behavioral blend and background. According to my Uniquely You profile, my personality type is that of a competent influencing specialist. What does that mean? It means that I am more passive than active. I possess strong people skills. I am both outgoing and reserved. I am liked by many because I am influential and friendly. I prefer peace and harmony, and I do not have to be in charge. The influence of my background and identity on communication patterns, based on my interpersonal communication skill sets on Queendom, indicates that I have excellent communication skills. Queendom states that I am insightful, which means I am able to read others and understand their point of view. I am also verbally expressive, which means I have the ability to deliver a clear and concise message. I am assertive, willing to express different opinions and stand up for myself. I have listening skills, even though it's average, but I'm able to actively attend to others. Emotional management means that I have the ability and I am willing to deal with my own and other person's emotions. There were some positive influences indicated in my Uniquely You profile, and those were that I am caring, I like solving difficult problems, I am friendly, I know how to impress a crowd by how I look and speak, I am encouraging, and I have a positive outlook on difficult situations. However, there were also negative influences. My Uniquely You profile indicates that I am critical and opinionated, which I can attest to. Queendom expresses that I have average listening skills, and these hinder my communication, which moves me to the next point, which is communication barriers. The most significant interpersonal communication barriers that I have discovered in this course, as conveyed by Peterson, are owning the talker's problem. That means I tend to believe the problem is mine. Analyzing, which means that I tend to form opinions based on information shared. Sometimes this is due to my similar experiences, not staying fully focused while listening, and this sometimes is due to the fact that I form answers in response to what is being communicated. Additional communication barriers are ineffective listening, which I find myself agreeing, and if I am agreeing, it means that I am also talking, as shared by Peterson. Advising, offering solutions to problems for the client instead of allowing the client to form his own solution. Defending my views. There are times when persons are talking and I take it on myself to grab what they're saying as my own and defend my views because sometimes it touches a sore point. Judging others through blaming, which is indicated by Peterson and Burley Allen. I will now discuss the resources and strategies that I believe will help me to overcome these barriers. Some of the resources and strategies that I found very useful in overcoming communication barriers were identified by Francis and Weekle, Peterson, and Stewart. Peterson identified setting aside points of view and biases, which means to be open to others. Focusing on what the talker is communicating, reflecting and clarifying that which the talker has communicated to me, and being mindful. Mindfulness is also shared by Monosov, who expressed that this concept is one in which awareness emerges by purposefully paying attention in the present moment without judgment. Other strategies and resources that I found quite important was empathic and dialogic listening. Responsive sounds such as yeah, right, or nonverbal communication as a smile, nod, shaking of the head at appropriate times were very important. Focusing on ORS, which means to take the talker at face value and not judging, was also discussed by Stewart. I believe these resources and strategies will be effective when put into action, which is the final topic I will be addressing. The purpose of my action plan is to enhance interpersonal communication with my spouse, family, and friends. And how do I plan to do this? Is by using the Talker Listener card. This card enables individuals to speak when it's their turn and to listen. It gives information on how to share feelings, share thoughts without accusing, attacking, labeling, and judging, and for listeners to be calm enough to hear, understand that they don't own the problem, with goals to provide safety, to understand, and to clarify without agreeing, disagreeing, advising, or defending. What I will practice is the tongue biting that Peterson speaks of. And this tongue biting is to put your tongue between your teeth, when attempting to judge or give views on personal problems. Another one, the action that I found very vital, was to practice my focusing skills by aiming my posture directly at the person that I'm communicating with, and to ensure that I have eye contact with them so that they can see and understand that I am actively listening to what they are conveying. Peterson also shared that it's important to reflect and clarify, as indicated on the talker-listener card. How do we do that? Reflection is paraphrasing and verifying the communicator's perspective. Also important is to reflect the communicator's feeling, as there are times when the communicator is expressing a feeling and the listener is not communicating that they understand or they share or empathize with what the person is saying. Another action plan shared by Peterson is replacing defending with listening. That means allowing the talker to share his or her view without justifying my views. Mindfulness, again, as Manasoff and company states, is very important. One of the things that I'll definitely be reflecting on is being mindful in my communication, especially when I feel the thud that Peterson speaks about, which is that unnerving feeling that causes you to feel as if you want to reflect or respond immediately. Now, this we have to be careful of because it urges us to take the talker's role. So how does implementing these plans make my overarching goal a reality? I believe that in implementing these techniques and strategies with families and friends, I will cultivate healthier interpersonal communication and relationship skills, which will allow me to effectively help individuals, couples, and families relate more effectively, communicate with each other in harmony, and work together in peace as they understand and make meaning together. So I'll leave you with a quote by Stuart, which I found quite meaningful. The quality of your communication affects the quality of your life. This ends my presentation. Have a wonderful day.